One.
Do-it-yourself Del here again today, and we're going to be talking about the genesis of our bathroom, our partial bathroom renewal project. It all started with the tub spout. After decades of working, decided it wasn't going to work, and what happened was you pull this lever up and it diverts the water up to the shower head. Wasn't working. Most of the water was coming down here, so I decided to change the spout. This was plan A right here, and when I looked inside I saw there was no apparatus inside here for fixing it to the wall, so I had to buy another one. And this is all a hand-tight project, by the way, and I recommend doing it for people that are of limited mechanical ability. So the project started the easiest thing, and then the second thing I did was improve the shower head. And that would be up here, and I put one in that has a filter, and it has 5 positions, and it's pretty nice compared to the other one. The pipe up here is plastic, and this weighs a little bit, but it seems to be working out pretty well. So the new spout is in, and it took some doing because it said that it was set up for pipes that came out of the wall a ½ an inch, and this one came out 3 times that. So what it amounted to is I had to take out a I call it a spacer, but they called it something else. They called it a washer, but I put it in with it, and the spout was a little bit too far away from the wall, and I didn't know if I could go around again to tighten it up a little bit. So what I did was take it off and take the spacer out, and then put it back, and it's been working ever since. The bad part about this system is that it drips, but it doesn't mean there's a leak. The water in the pipe drips out, drips here, and this takes a while to dry. It's not even dry now, but it pretty much, there's no drip involved. It's not quite perfect, but it was such a big improvement over what we had before. So all by way of saying that I started thinking about, well, what about this bathroom faucet, which I never use. It was difficult for me to get my hands underneath the little spout, and it just wasn't functional. So I started thinking, why not just replace that while we're on a kind of a roll and moving along. And so we're in the process of picking out a sink and a faucet arrangement, something more functional. So there'll be an update on that later. And this is what we did. We had shutoff valves hooked into the system, so when the faucet came off, there were still shutoff valves there, but I figured they were there for decades and decades, and it was time to upgrade those as well. So we took them out and installed caps to just for temporary till we get decided as to what sink and faucet arrangement we're going to have. Now, one tip to you people at home: you turn off the main water supply. It doesn't mean that your job is done. You might have to bleed the water out. Use the garden hose, maybe the kitchen faucet, faucet there, and get that pressure out of the line. Otherwise, it's going to come shooting out of here. Just why I got these that bucket and the two assistant glasses there. And so if you can see down into the sink, you can see the cutoff that we bought for here. I had a bigger cap for the 1.5 inch pipe, but we used the ones that we bought. We had 4 of them, so we did that, and then the caps are here, and this one was leaking, so I didn't really go crazy on it. I just tightened it up a little at a time till it stopped. And the last one of the previous videos, you saw me take the drain part out, and I used a screwdriver and a rubber mallet and stuff. What I was digging out of there was this. This was the washer that was in there, and it was kind of beat up and dirty. You couldn't see it, but that's what it looks like. So that's the bathroom process, the start of it, and some of the things that was involved in it. I would say yes, and I would also say no, as with respect to somebody of limited plumbing experience and say maybe limited mechanical abilities to take on a seemingly easy project like this, because it can turn into a mess. One of it is with the water. You have to watch it when you run the washer, and you have to have these things capped off and shut off, otherwise it makes a mess. And then also, even when you shut off your main water, doesn't mean that that's the end of the problem. I'll reiterate that you got to get the water out of the system, preferably at the lowest place, which we're thinking right here would be the backyard water hose. So I hope this helps, and I do think that's a really good tip about that. You might not get that anywhere else. So we'll see you next time. Hasta la próxima vez. So long for now.